Hi guys, thank you for tuning in. So I'm starting off with a product favorite, which is my MERCIER primer, the Pure Glowing Canvas. So for the sake of time, I've already prepped the face with the primer, and now I am grooming the brows and making sure I'm getting it perfectly in place and drying it with the fan. Of course, we are going to repeat the same thing on the next side. I've already filled it in and I'm putting on my secret wax, and then I'm going to dry it with my trusty fan and blend it out with my spoolie. So I'm just pressing the product in, pressing the brows in, because sometimes the hairs can be a little bit stubborn. They don't want to stay in place, so I'm just pressing it down with my spatula. So this step, I'm allowing you to see in real time, real motion, the sometimes challenges that it takes to deal with the brows and to just blend it properly so that you can see realistically. Sometimes it takes a lot of work for it to look as simple and natural as possible. Next up, I'm going to be using one of my favorite brands, NARS, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm going to be using Tahoe, even though it's a little bit tan for her. That's going to assist with my blending of my contour and be the basis of, a nice strong color to bring some nice, tone to her skin. Of course, I mix the foundation colors as I go. I blend where I feel is necessary at the time, and I add different color layers as I go as well. So as you can see, I'm contouring very lightly with little product, just along the lines of where I want it to be filled. For the contour aspect of it is a darker shade from the NARS line, and it is something that it's pretty effective, and a little bit goes a long way. And that's one of the points of these videos, to show you that you don't have to use a whole lot of product to get the look that you're going for. Just a reminder, I will have the product listing in the description box, so you don't have to worry about what other products I'm using. I'm only really highlighting my favorite ones that I'm working with right now that I feel like, you guys should explore. So as you can see, I'm building the colors very lightly in the areas that they need to go in order to blend. Like I say, I don't like to put too many products in a particular space on the face. I like when I blend it out that it has a nice natural finish. So the least amount of products that I could use at any time, that's how I try to limit myself, just so that the client doesn't feel uncomfortable, especially if they don't want it to feel like a very thick layer of makeup. Most times you don't really feel the makeup it's on, but it's really blended, it's natural, and it is the coverage that you're looking for. I really love a full coverage. So here, as you can see, I'm blending as I go and making sure that everything looks, like how it's supposed to. Of course, as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit because there's a little bit of baby hair is getting in the way, but of course that's part of the job. Sometimes either earrings or hair or something gets in the way, and so I just try to make it as easy as possible, trying to move stuff out of the way while I work. So again, I slowed down the process so you can kind of really see me work, and so you can see or have an idea of what it will take for you once you have your proper tools to blend your makeup. You may not have to use as many tones as I've used, but the principle remains the same. Blend, blend, blend. You have to ensure that everything is blended correctly and to your liking, to make sure that everything seems seamless, and everything is working together, complementing your skin and the overall look that you're going for. So here I added yet another kind of lighter concealer in certain areas that I want to blend out and give her that final perfect kind of you know, finished look. So I prefer to have that kind of finish. Even though it is a natural look, you do want it to look flawless. You do want the skin to be blended and contoured perfectly. So I go back and I do, you know, my last final touches. And this is why I feel it's so unnecessary to put too many layers of full makeup over the face, because you're going to blend various layers of concealer and other tones just to get that overall blended look. So as you can see, it's starting to really have a flawless look. It's really blended really nicely. All the colors are complementary, and she doesn't look too light, she doesn't look too dark. It's looking perfect. So now for the next favorite product highlight, my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I love this product. It's very light. It blends into the skin. I have no issues, and as you can see, you can barely see the powder that I'm applying because I tap some off before I place it on the skin. So it's a very light layer of powder. It's not too much, but it's just pressing in and securing the layers of concealer and foundation that I've already put on the skin. And then I'm going to apply all over the face so that it could be nice and matte and flawless. Here we're just doing a light contour. I really love a light contour because, you know, it's not so defined, but it still gives the same effect. And now for my next favorite product, Pat McGrath Labs Divine Blush in Divine Rose. I love these Pat McGrath products. They're so vibrant. They show up very, very pigmented. And the eyeshadow I'm using is by Fenty Beauty Bomb Posse. Oh my gosh, love, love, love this palette. Like, this is an essential palette. It has neutral colors, it has some bronzes, it has some pinks. So like, if you only need to condense, like, this is the perfect palette to have for a natural look. You need this palette in your kit. And of course, I'm building layers, building them very lightly. Of course, like I said, we're doing a natural look, so it's going to be very, very light. You can see your eyes starting to transform already in front of your eyes. You have to excuse me, I get excited sometimes because as I watch the transformations, it just like gets me so amped up, because I just like to see how, you know, the face is transforming as I work. And here I'm going for a soft liner look, not the regular liquid liner look, you know, going for real subtle, but we still want that look to be defined a bit, a little bit step up from, you know, your plain eyes without liner, but something is there just for light smoke, light, you know, natural. I really, really love how it's coming together, and you can see how the subtle changes are making such a difference in her face. Now I'm doing her lips. I'm pretty sure that this is the Fenty lip paint. I will have the exact shade name in the description below, but I chose this color. It's a step up from her natural pink lips, but I wanted to use this as a little basis to do like a light pink. And then I'm going over it with a Maybelline lip stain. I'm gonna also have the color in the description, and that's just to blend that out and make it have a more seamless natural pinky look. Of course, you're an amateur, you're a beginner, but you should follow the same step. Once you put on your lip color, use your concealer brush and just define your lips. Make sure that you clean up that color, smoothen it out. And now I'm putting the highlighter on to, you know, give her that nice glowy look. And then of course, to top it off, I'm going back over it, just making sure that it's enough glow for me. But she's a gorgeous lady. Look at this face. This is the final look. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned something. And thanks for watching.